get it.
Get it.
Get it.
Give your town a reason to celebrate, because every Goodwill item you bring home brings job training and more to your community. Goodwill. Bring good home.
Good evening and welcome back to the Nest for this matchup between the Arkansas Fort Smith Lions and your Oklahoma Christian Eagles. We have a good one in store as the Eagles have clinched the Heartland Conference tournament and now they're just playing for better seeding.
Yeah, at the moment they are a 6 seed. They are in between the 6th and 7th seed. The highest they can go with the last this game and this coming Saturday's game for the last games of the conference and of the season, the highest seed they can get is 6th. But the lowest seed, it varies between either 7th or 8th. Depends on the bottom 2 teams and how they do the remaining of their season.
Definitely, and you really do not want to be at the 7th or 8th seed because you don't want to have to play Dallas Baptist or St. Edwards in the first round.
Well, if you're OC, you don't want to be the 8th seed because you know for a fact you're going to have to play St. Edwards. And with what happened here at the Eagles Nest, the last time St. Edwards played Oklahoma Christian, you're going to guarantee St. Edwards is going to want their revenge against Oklahoma Christian.
Definitely, as just a reminder, Eagle Sports Network is a student-produced broadcast by the students of Oklahoma Christian University. Broadcast announcer here in the Nest, Tim Herbal, announcing the starting lineups. Our starting lineups are number 1, Jordan Box. Number 11, Brian Carey. Number 25, Will Linhard, the leading rebounder in the country in Division II basketball. And then we're going to have Marcus Blackwell, the newcomer from Bridgeport, Connecticut. And rounding it out is number 34, the big man, Mr. York Benjamin.
Yeah, so Benjamin York's going to be a big help with Linhard down in the paint. It's kind of going to help OC. Yeah, we have Roderick Smith, but Roderick Smith, he's been back and forth. He's been banged up a lot this season. He's taken a lot of hard hits to the face, to the arm. He's had a lot of collisions on the court too, but he still has been able to tough it out. And I like what Coach Cole's doing, throwing the University of Arkansas Fort Smith off a little bit because normally Roderick Smith is in the starting lineup, so I kind of like Coach Cole throwing in Benjamin York just to see what they do.
Yeah, York is an awesome player, and he has so much just raw talent. A lot of times kind of gets in his own head, so the fatigue can really get to him, but when he's out there and when he's on, and then he's on.
The only thing with Benjamin York that could be a little bit difficult for Coach Cole is he has a tendency to get into foul trouble very, very early in ball games.
Yeah, he does. He's very foul prone, and so definitely he needs to watch himself, when it comes to foul territory. Jumping is going to be Will Linhard and Matt Morgan. Eagles win the tip and they get it to York Benjamin, but that is almost stolen away there by Chris Crawford, but the Eagles will get it back. They're going to update the shot clock as a little too much time ran off. It should be 28 seconds on the shot clock, and said there was 22. So Linhard inbounds, finds Benjamin, up to Carey. Carey, box, 3, off the mark, rebound goes to Blackwell. Blackwell goes up, draws the foul, And Marcus Blackwell will go to the line to shoot 2.
Eagles are coming off a tough loss against Lubbock Christian in this past weekend. They lost by 19 points to Lubbock Christian. And overall, they played very well as a whole. They just had some times where they'd get back into the game, but then Lubbock Christian just found a way to counter and extend the lead.
Yeah, and that's the thing about this Eagles ball club. A lot of times they end up falling back into their old style of play. And that's something they're looking to be more consistent on, is just sharing the ball. And a travel there. That is on Seth Hawley. That is a good call. As last time these two teams played, Seth Hawley really was an X factor for the Lions.
And I guarantee Coach Cole has told them that they need to guard him very closely, since he did so well against them the first time. But Blackwell getting another rebound, passing it out to Box, and Box with that nice jumper gets it, and then he gets a deflection and gets the steal for OC.
Good look from Linhard. Here comes Box. Another 3. Got it! And the Eagle fans are on their feet. An incredible start here for OC. Williams on the other end has it. Nowhere to go. Here's Crawford now. Eagles up 7-0. Behind awesome shooting from Jordan Box and incredible rebounding from Marcus Blackwell. Here's Crawford. Gets it across to Ward, and the foul there on Benjamin. Good call there. Ward fell to the ground there. And now Roderick Smith will check into this game. And York Benjamin will get a break after catching a foul very early. Here's Crawford inbounding. Gives the ball fake. Gives it up to Morgan. And now Ward. Good move from Ward. Puts one up. No good. Rebound, Roderick Smith. So now Brian Carey, now guarded by Tyler Williams. Gets it up to Roderick Smith. Tough pass there. Smith holds on to it. Behind the back and up to Blackwell. And now Brian Carey will slow things down with 11 seconds on the shot clock. Carey off the screen. Steps back. Three-pointer. No good. Rebound, Matt Morgan. And now here come the Lions. So here's Crawford. Up to Ward. Good swing there from Ward. Spread the defense out. Williams drives. Is fouled by Brian Carey on the floor. So now Aubrey Johnson into this game. Brian Carey's going to get a break after that foul. 2 early fouls for some crucial players for the Eagles. However, they are up by 7 right now. Doing very well offensively and defensively. Step back 3 from Tyler Williams. Not much you can do about that if you're Marcus Blackwell, as that was just a nice shot there. So now here's Johnson. Put the moves on Seth Hawley. Comes around, gives it up to Blackwell, and now Box. Box in the corner. Down to Smith. Smith guarded by Ward. Drives to the middle, left-handed. No good. Rebound, Blackwell. That's his 3rd rebound, and Marcus Blackwell will go to the free throw line once again.
Yeah, Blackwell's starting to do very well on the offensive side, trying to regain rebounds even if he makes the shot. Doing very well, trying to give OC 2nd and 3rd chance opportunities, which have led to some big points.
And he makes the first free throw. He's up to 2 points. Second free throw is no good. Rebound from David Ward. And that's something this Eagles squad really needs to be working on, is free throws. Williams in the corner. 3-point shot, and that is good. Back to back for Tyler Williams. And now Johnson, and that one is good from Aubrey Johnson.
Nice counter there for OC. Nice block there by Linhard. Unfortunately could not get the rebound, but stayed with it defensively. Nice job getting a rebound by Roderick Smith.
Now here's Box, steps back, jumper. That is good from Jordan Box, and the Eagles will not miss early on.
Jordan Box already has 8 points now. He's off to a great start for Oklahoma Christian.
And a couple familiar faces here for both of these teams. Tyler Williams, number 1 point guard for Arkansas Fort Smith. Actually from Edmond, Oklahoma, played at Edmond Santa Fe High School. He played alongside a couple players on Oklahoma Christian's basketball team, Connor Johnson, as well as James Bagwell. And then the three-pointer there is good. That was Chris Crawford. And three-pointers are what's really keeping this Lions squad in this game. So here's Blackwell driving, blocked by Morgan as he fell down there. And there's Ward up to Hawley. Hawley went for the dunk, but Johnson fouled him there. Nice foul there by Johnson to not allow anything easy from Hawley. And that's going to bring us to our first media timeout. Eagles lead 13-9. We'll be right back after this break.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
Welcome back here. Eagles lead 13-9. Eagles jumping out and playing, honestly, the much better game than Arkansas Fort Smith. However, three-pointers are really what's keeping this team in the game.
Yeah, Oklahoma Christian's done very well so far. Jordan Box helped them very much, getting those 2 quick three-pointers back-to-back. The one thing I do want to point out that they do not have on this score column, Blackwell says Linhart has a steal. I give credit to that steal to Jordan Box. In my personal opinion, Jordan Box has both steals for Oklahoma Christian, and the reason why I say that is because he's the one who poked the ball free to help Linhart get full control of the basketball.
Speaking of Jordan Box, here he is. Gets it into DJ Walter. And now Roderick Smith. Smith driving, tries to bank that one in, but it's going to be a foul, and now Roderick Smith will go to the free throw line.
Foul is on David Ward. That is his second foul already in this game.
DJ Walter, who's checked into this game just recently, this is his first offensive series, actually was in the starting lineup for a while this season, just got switched out of the starting lineup. That's something Coach Cole likes to do. He doesn't like to keep the same starting lineup all year. He likes to switch things up and give teams a different look, try out different things, especially with a team like this who really hasn't played together very much.
Roderick Smith with a nice free throw attempts there. Makes both. OC now up by 5.
And then there's going to be a foul on DJ Walter. Got a little too physical there with Tyler Williams. Hawley inbounds. Here's Crawford, three-pointer. He was off balance, but he made it 4 of 4 for 3-point for Fort Smith. And that one is no good. Rebound goes to Boyer. And now here comes Crawford and the Lions. Crawford, step back. Another 3. The first miss for Crawford and the Lions. Now here comes Jordan Box. Box hesitates. Left hand. Good move there from Jordan Box.
One thing Oklahoma Christian needs to do defensively is they need to keep an eye on Crawford. Crawford looks like he's feeling his shot here this evening. Already 2 for 3 from behind the arc, and he's got such a quick jumper that it doesn't take much. He doesn't need a lot of room to get the shot off.
Jordan Box, who also has the hot hand, gets it to drop 3 3-pointers already, 3 of 4. So here's Crawford. He's also had the hot hand. Up to Hawley. Now Williams. Williams drives, steps back, jumper, and that is good. That is just a 2-pointer. But the Lions have yet to really get a bucket inside. All of their shots are coming from the perimeter, and it's working for them. They're hitting all of them.
And it is working for them, and Oklahoma Christian's doing very well, doing the 2-3 defensive scheme, and nice block there by Roderick Smith. But one thing I want to say is this 2-3 zone, it's forcing Fort Smith to put up some long-range shots. And on top of that, Oklahoma Christian's doing a very good job of, even if Fort Smith scores, they are countering with the same exact type of basket, either getting down and laying it up on the glass or making a nice wide open 3.
And ever since these two teams played in Fort Smith, the Eagles have kind of had this game circled on their calendar. They've been ready to come get another shot at Fort Smith, as they did not play the kind of basketball they wanted to play against Fort Smith. This was a game that they were not happy about at all.
There's Jordan Box. Stripped the ball yet again, and a nice layup by Roderick Smith, getting the foul. Has a chance to convert a 3-point play and extend their lead.
And Roderick Smith, a nice and one play there from him, and he can get this lead up to 10 points if he hits this free throw.
Roderick Smith already perfect at the free throw line. Let's see if he can extend that here on this chance.
And that free throw is no good. 9-point lead here for the Eagles. But here come the Lions. Up to Boyer. Boyer drives. Stolen away there by Smith. And then the foul there. That foul is on David Akizi. Akizi came in and had a pretty stellar game last time that these two teams played.
It's another rough hit there for Roderick Smith, adding to the total of rough hits he's had this season.
So here's Carey up to Blackwell. And now Smith. Smith down low to Eggleston. The finish for Braden Eggleston.
I'd like to see Oklahoma Christian do that exact same play on this next drive. They had Jordan Box wide open in the left corner.
And here's Crawford. Guarded by Blackwell. Takes the screen from Akizi. Good hedge there from Eggleston. He gets back, but Boyer takes the 3 off the backboard and no good. Rebound to Eggleston. Here's Box. That one was poked away from behind, and Box is upset he didn't get any warning from his teammates there. So here's Crawford, guarded by Blackwell, and just a frustration, not a good foul there from Marcus Blackwell, and he knows it.
That's something Coach Cole does not want to see his team do. That undisciplined foul right there. There's just no need for it.
And we are going to have another media timeout. We'll be right back. Eagles lead by 11.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
Welcome back. Eagles lead 26-15. An awesome start. Very different from the starts that we've seen this Eagles team throughout the season, as a lot of the Eagles wins have been come from behind.
Yeah, Coach Cole has told his team to be very energetic this game compared to the one they played at Fort Smith. And at the moment, his team is responding very well to being energized, playing both offensive defense very well, and that's why they have an 11-point lead.
Yeah, there's been a lot of energy, to say the least, from this Eagles squad. They've been excited to play this game, and they're happy to be here. Here's Crawford, guarded by Walter at the top of the key, into the game for Fort Smith, prior to that miss from Tyler Williams is Matisse Sivens, number 22.
Carey got lucky on that shot. As he went up to block, it looked like he hit Williams' hand. Jordan Box was almost very excited about that. That rolled in and out. He didn't expect it to be that close of a shot.
And now York Benjamin was called for that foul, so he's going to go back to the bench. Frustrating there for Benjamin. And so here come the Lions. Crawford down low to Akizi. Tried to pass it there to Mark Bowie, but Braden Eggleston stole that away. Nice defensive effort there from Eggleston. And so Matt Morgan will check into this game, and David Akizi will get a break. Here's Eggleston, gets it to Carey. Now here comes Carey. Walter, wide open drive. The left hand, no good, but Will Linhard doing what he does best, a nice putback. And here's Matt Morgan, tried for the slam, but Linhard blocked. And that is going to be a foul on Will Linhard.
That was a very close call. That just looked like a weird, a quick judgment call, because that looked more or less like a block from down here.
And that'll be a 30-second timeout there. That timeout is called by Arkansas Fort Smith, by Coach Jans for the Lions. And like we talked about, this is a pretty stellar start here for the Eagles.
Yeah, the way they've played both offensively and defensively, Jordan Box honestly leading the way on both sides. Jordan Box already has 13 points for Oklahoma Christian in this first half alone, and we're not even halfway, we're just halfway through the first half. And another thing he's been doing very well defensively is he's been reading a lot of the passes and a lot of the lanes players for Fort Smith are trying to find, and he's been able to poke the ball free and generate a lot of steals.
Definitely, as Matt Morgan shooting free throws for the Lions and gets the first free throw to go. And Morgan is so athletic. He's so good at using his length in these games and really dominating on the boards, as well as being able to slam it home with some emphasis every now and then. So here's Carey driving. Good dish to Linhard and then to Eggleston. Awesome finish there from Braden Eggleston with the left hand as he got hit. Probably should have had a foul there, but Matisse Sivens scores on the other end. The only international player for either teams from Ogre Latvia. And that is off the mark there, that shot from Jordan Box. And now here come the Lions. Three-pointer. No good, out of bounds on Will Linhard and the Eagles following that miss from John Darius Warren. And no, that is out of bounds on the Lions. Not sure about that call, but we'll take it.
Yeah, we will. One thing I do like so far about this game, for both sides, and it's really not the teams that are doing anything, it's the refs. The refs are letting both these teams play, and it's been letting the pace of this game be fairly smooth.
Yeah, the officials are handling this game very well. As Brian Carey tried to get the pass to DJ Walter. That was out of bounds.
Walter tried to get a little too fancy with the no-look pass, and Walters just wasn't ready for the pass from Carey.
And a reminder, these officials are Eugene Jackson, Irvin Wilson, and Drew Bontrager. Been doing a pretty incredible job so far tonight. And so here come the Lions. Here's Hawley. Got his pass stolen away there by Aubrey Johnson. What an athletic move. Aubrey Johnson tried to finish on the other end. Cannot get the finish. But John Darius Williams gets it and gets it up to Matt Morgan, and now here he comes by himself. So here's Williams. Driving, looks for the finish, cannot get it, but he is fouled. So now Tyler Williams will go to the free throw line, and he's going to shoot 2 free throws. That foul is on number 4, Roderick Smith. That's only his first personal. Roderick Smith is a pretty foul-prone player. Because that first free throw is no good from Williams. And now into the game is going to be Keyshawn Parker, number 24. And that second free throw was good, so here is Brian Carey. Roderick Smith.
Carey got a little lucky on that pass. It looked like that was deflected and it was just sitting there and somehow magically got in the hands of Roderick Smith.
And the Eagles are getting good looks, but they do need to score on those looks as they haven't been executing in the last 2 drives. Sivens, he's a good three-point shooter, missed that one. Good rebound there by Linhard, the leading rebounder in the country. Here's Smith in the short corner. Smith, good pass there to Will Linhard, but that one went out of bounds. Linhard trying to tell Eugene Jackson that one went out on Sivens, but he's not going to have any of it as the Lions will get it right back. So here's Sivens. Now Morgan cannot get that one to go, but Sivens gets it back. He can't make it either. Gets another one, misses that one. And Linhard gets it back and is fouled. And the Lions could not buy a bucket on that possession. As Sivens pretty frustrated, and he's going to go to the bench for this timeout. And we'll be right back after this break. Eagles starting on fire, 30-19.
from Blue Hill Stone Barns. We brought a meal for you, and I'm here to serve it to you.
Okay, great. Come in.
Zucchini carbonara, made from zucchini that was harvested earlier this morning.
Again?
Hey, Dan Barber.
You have room for a little bit more?
Come
on in.
Brochettes, the sausage. So when we made that zucchini carbonara, you know, they're the end pieces of the zucchini, and they're the cores that we cut away, not to mention zucchini flour. Usually those get thrown out. We use them to create an entire second dish. Does that.
Welcome back. Eagles lead 30-19. 7 minutes and 36 seconds remaining. And now we're going to have Will Linhard shooting free throws. Not the greatest free throw shooter on this team, however, a few games ago against St. Edwards, which seemed to be the premier game of the season, kind of the highlight of the season for the Eagles so far, he hit 2 clutch free throws to ice the game for the Eagles. So here are the Lions. Here's Ward, guarded by Smith. Puts one up, and that is good. And David Ward is so good in the post. Very nice with the finesse moves there in the post. And here's Aubrey Johnson.
OC needs a big bucket here because that big lead that they had starting to dwindle down as it's now back down to single digits.
So here is Warren, gives it up, but that is going to be a foul, and the Lions are in the bonus, so they're going to go shoot 1-and-1. And that'll be a timeout, but we're going to stay right here. 6:41 remaining. Now, Zach, as the referees are going to take a look at something right here, I think they're going to look at that foul. The Eagles started off really, really fast, and you mentioned before they needed a big bucket. They failed to score on that possession. What is it that's really happening to the Eagles right now is the Lions are kind of slowly chipping away back into this game.
The Eagles are starting to get a little too comfortable right now. They're trying to do a little too much. Obviously, Coach Gold wants them to fight and get down inside the paint to try to get some shots on the glass, but the Eagles, they're getting way too comfortable, letting that clock tick down, and they're forcing some shots. Even on fast breaks, they're forcing a lot of shots that they shouldn't take. Johnson, he had a great shot over here before I said that, or right when I was saying that they needed a big bucket, and he had a clean look. So that was a good take overall for Johnson, but overall they're forcing way too many shots and they're just getting way too relaxed.
Yeah, they really need to go out and really take the shots that are kind of given to them as Eggleston shoots that corner 3 off the mark. Rebound from Will Linhard. Tries to finish after that one, but a rebound from Matt Morgan. And Morgan almost equally as talented as Linhard when it comes to rebounding. And Ward missed that three-pointer. So here comes Aubrey Johnson. Johnson got hit. No foul, but Eggleston, the nice putback there. 32 to 21, excuse me.
See, that shot by Johnson right there was a little too forced. I understand it was a fast break, but there was still 3 people on him at every direction. It would have been nice if he would have had the idea that somebody was going to be behind him at the three-point line, and Jordan Box was wide open there if he would have got that ball for a wide open shot.
So Linhard gets the rebound, and now here comes Aubrey Johnson. Johnson, one of the most talented and pure scorers on this team. Here's Box. Driving, And he is fouled, but Jordan Box will go to the free throw line. He is one of the best free throw shooters on this team.
Yes, he is. He's the best shooter on this team, in my personal opinion. He has such a clean jump shot and nice stroke from any part of the floor. But on another note, with that foul, that on David Ward, that is his third foul already in this ball game.
Glad we didn't get another one of those commentators' jinx on that shot. That seems to be a trend in these games. Jordan Box is 2 for 2 from the line.
Well, the thing with Jordan Box is he has such a clean stroke and a clean jumper that even if someone has a hand in his face, like last year in the semifinals in the conference tournament, he came up clutch. He had a huge shot to send Oklahoma Christian in overtime against St. Edwards by hitting a clutch three with a hand all up in his face from the right corner.
Yeah, he really is a player that the Eagles look to in times that they really need a basket. And he's just the veteran player on this team. And Will Linhard, what a move there as he released that shot so early because he knew if he went all the way up with it, he would get blocked because the length of Morgan. So he released that so early so that he wouldn't get blocked there.
Coach Cole in this game compared to the last game against Fort Smith, very much calm, and it has to do with how well his team's played as a whole this game compared to the last one.
Definitely. They've really come out and played the style of basketball that Coach Cole wants them to play.
As you can see right now, Coach Cole having a good old laugh with Eugene Jackson over there, the official.
As here is a Brian Carey. Takes the screen from Linhard. Steps back, good pass there to Eggleston. But another one. He's had a couple passes like that where he's tried to force that one in, but his teammates weren't ready for it. Coach Cole tells him to just take the easy pass. Give him the bounce pass. So here's Crawford to Williams.
Blackwell's done very good about guarding Crawford as of late, as he was very hot at the start. Now Crawford has yet to put up any three-pointers here as of late.
And so DJ Walter will check in, but not before we have our final media timeout of the half. Eagles lead 36-22, looking to extend. Welcome back. Eagles lead 36-22 in just an awesome performance in the first half for the Eagles.
Yeah, so far, one thing that's been overlooked a lot so far has been rebounds in general. OC is out rebounding Fort Smith 21-18. But who else for Oklahoma Christian having the most rebounds already in this game? Will Linhard already has 10 rebounds for Oklahoma Christian.
He is so good on the board, so good at coming and cleaning up shots offensively and defensively. A couple of those boards have been actual putbacks. So he's gotten several points off of those. Just 4 points in this game. But 10 rebounds is not really anything you can complain about.
Well, no, just a couple of weeks ago, he had a game where he had 21 rebounds total in the entire game, which was already a huge, that's a lot of rebounds just for one game. But already having 10 in the first half, still not even over yet. He might be able to beat 21 rebounds here in this game.
Yeah, he could be able to beat the record as well, which I believe is 26. So here's Box into Linhard. To Eggleston. Carey, deep 3. Got it! Brian Carey.
And that shot by Carey got Jordan Box all excited. He was hopping around with a nice smirk on his face, giving Carey a big high five.
That shot was pretty deep, about 10 feet beyond the three-point line. Some would call that Addy Clift-esque.
Another rebound by Will Linhard with a nice pass going coast to coast to Jordan Box.
And Jordan Box is heated. He is in tune with what's going on. He's in tune with what Coach Cole wants, and he just has that fire in him right now. Really wants to come out and dominate in this game.
Yeah, he already has 17 points for Oklahoma Christian.
And he's just one of those players that you can tell, you know, when he's on, he's on. He's going to come out and he wants the ball in his hands. He wants to deliver for his team. Another layup there.
Well, just before this game, I had a chance to talk with Jordan Box, and he told me that he was going to promise me that, or he promised me that he was going to get hot a few times here tonight. And so far, he's living up to that promise.
Yeah, he's definitely delivering as he's got 2 free throws coming now. First one is good.
I love how both of us were very quiet as he was taking his free throw attempts. Did not want to jinx anything there.
Definitely. As even in the crowd was so quiet. This is a smart crowd. A crowd that really knows basketball and loves their Eagle basketball. And that is a blocking foul. And
that should have been a charge. Eggleston had his feet set, it looked like.
And the crowd is going to let them know that. However, you do have to watch that semicircle in the paint, because Eggleston could have been standing in the middle of that, which is an automatic blocking foul.
And I think that's the reason why he got the blocking foul, because Coach Cole wanted an explanation, and he instantly got that, and he was okay with that call.
Both free throws are good for the Lions. 43-28, 15-point lead for the Eagles.
Forrest Smith trying to put pressure on Oklahoma Christian now. And Coach Cole doing the right thing, trying to let that clock just wind down so we can get ready to go to halftime with the nice lead. It's Carey again. Carey now getting hot. He now has 6 points for Oklahoma Christian.
And Brian Carey is another one of those players that's just a playmaker, an X factor, and a difference maker. When he gets hot, you can tell that he is on fire. And him and Jordan Box right now are both lighting it up.
Williams got lucky there, not getting a technical foul. He put his hand straight into Carey's face and literally pushed Carey's head all the way back.
Jordan Box drains the three, and then coming the other way, a foul as Linhard rejected Williams. But Williams will go to the line. And this Eagles bench and this Eagles crowd is fired up right now.
As Martin's going to get ready to check in for Oklahoma Christian, along with Charles Connor.
So yeah, now Harrison Martin and Connor Johnson will check into the game after DJ Walter and Braden Eggleston gave awesome minutes there for the Eagles. 48.1 seconds remaining.
I can see Coach Cole coming out to start the second half with all those players that were just out on the floor because they were playing with great charisma and great chemistry.
They were on fire. As here is Brian Carey. He's going to dribble it out a little bit. Up to Box. Box wide open three. No good. That one rimmed out a little bit into Williams. Martin takes it away. No shot clock. Eagles will get the last shot here, up by 19. And it is a guard clinic right now between Brian Carey and Jordan Box, showing everyone what they're capable of. Here's Carey, steps back, gets it to Box. 2 seconds, Box to beat the buzzer. No good. And that will end the first half as the Eagles sprint to the locker room. They are in tune, checked in, and they lead by 19.
I understand. I know it's not your typical resume.
Okay, well.
But candidate. But I've been working double shifts just to pay for books. I've been raising my 2 little brothers. I'm determined, driven, motivated. Isn't that what you're looking for?
Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent at gradsoflife.org.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Get it.
Get it. Get it.
Give your town a reason to celebrate, because every Goodwill item you bring home brings job training and more to your community. Goodwill. Bring good home.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
I'll I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
Welcome back to the Nest. I am Will Hadley. Alongside me is my partner here, Zachary Payne. Zach, Eagles coming out and jumping out to a huge lead. Awesome lead here for the Eagles. Not really much criticism for the Eagles.
No, they've been doing very well in general, just finding the wide open looks, playing very well as a team compared to they did the first time against Arkansas Fort Smith at Fort Smith's place. They have a lot of energy, and Jordan Box has been the one who's been keeping that energy going. He has 22 points here to start this game. He already in the first half alone, and every time he made a three, you could see it on his face, and he would just scream, and he would get the crowd into it, and he got his teammates into it, and that started to carry over late in the game as Carey made 2 clutch threes to just increase their lead over Fort Smith. It's just overall great play for OC.
And it's been great guard play from both teams. For the Eagles, Jordan Box and Brian Carey have been absolutely dominating, along with for Arkansas Fort Smith, Chris Crawford and Tyler Williams, who are their leading scorers. Crawford with 13 total points off of 2 of 4 3-point shooting, and then 11 points for Tyler Williams off 2 of 3 3-point shooting.
Well, I'm glad you brought up Chris Crawford, because at the start it was him and Jordan Box just going back and forth for both teams. OC did have the lead, but Crawford would make a 3, Box would make a 3. Then it was just back and forth. But then Coach Cole, after the first media timeout, made a sub and decided to put Carey on Crawford. And ever since then, Crawford's been silent from behind the arc. He's 0 for 1 after Carey has been put on him. And honestly, you don't even see Carey get the ball that much anymore, because most of his points have just been free throws, and that's just because he's been driving in when Carey's not out there.
And Carey's a great defender. He's very athletic. He's able to come out and really guard anyone. Obviously not Postman, of course, but he's able to come out and really guard any guard on the floor. David Ward has been very, very quiet, only 2 points, but he also has 3 personal fouls, and that's the guy you want to get in foul troubles. David Ward is such a good post player. He's so fundamental. He has a really high basketball IQ. So getting him in foul trouble has been huge for the Eagles, as they've come out and they lead by almost 20.
Yeah, if we can get Ward to be farther down in foul trouble, it'll be way better for OC, because it's letting Linhard and all them get to the glass, get some good rebounds, get some second chance opportunities up. But one thing, if I was Coach Cole right now, I would just be telling my team in there, do not change what you're doing. Do not get too relaxed. Keep doing what you're doing. Pass the ball. Find the open look. Play as a team. That's what's gotten you his lead of 19 points over Fort Smith. Keep playing as a team, and maybe that lead will grow.
Definitely, and we're looking forward to an awesome second half of basketball here in the Nest. I'm Will Hadley alongside Zachary Payne. You're watching the Eagles Sports Network. Eagles lead 49-30. We'll be right back for the start of the second half.
Action.
I'm from Blue Hill Stone Barns. We brought a meal for you, and I'm here to serve it to you.
Okay, great. Come in.
Zucchini carbonara, made from zucchini that was harvested earlier this morning.
Again?
Hey, Dan Barber.
You have room for a little bit more? Come on in. Brochettes, the sausage. So when we made that zucchini carbonara, you know, they're the end pieces of the zucchini, and they're the cores that we cut away, not to mention zucchini flower. Usually those get thrown out. We use them to create an entire second dish. Does that, oh.
Again?
I'm here to bring you your third course. It's the vines from your zucchini.
We'll have a little zucchini stem pasta, a different experience of zucchini. When we start to think differently about our food, we can get a lot more out of it.
This is delicious.
What do you think we can make out of this? 40% of food in America is never eaten. Cook it, store it, share it. Visit SaveTheFood.com.
Please have a seat. I'll be honest. Your resume, not what I'm used to.
I know.
Okay, so what would you bring to my company?
What do you need?
I need a hard worker.
Good. I've got 2 part-time jobs and to help my parents pay the bills.
I need problem-solving skills.
I got through high school without a car, a phone, or a computer.
No college degree, though.
Not yet, but life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find, cultivate, and train a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
Listen, you're my friend.
I noticed you haven't really been yourself recently.
Yeah, I feel like something's up.
How are you?
Are you okay?
Is there anything you want to talk about?
I just want to know how you're feeling.
And listen, even if you don't know what to say, I'm here to talk.
No matter what you're going through,
I just want you to know I'm here.
I've got your back. When you want to talk, I'm here.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
Welcome back to the Nest. About 3 minutes until we get things started here in the second half. Eagles lead by 19 in a game that they've jumped out and had a tremendous start to, and they're looking to keep that going and keep that rolling into the second half and not allow the Lions to come back into this game.
Yeah, the best thing for OC right now has been their three-point, as they are shooting 43% compared to Arkansas Fort Smith, 36% from behind the arc.
And the Eagles are going to come out and really try to shoot from beyond the arc on good shots, as opposed to kind of what Arkansas Fort Smith has been forcing a lot, and I think that's been the difference.
Yeah, Arkansas Fort Smith cannot do anything at the moment against Coach Cole's 2-3 defense. Coach Cole's 2-3 defense is making Fort Smith have to shoot from beyond the arc because it's not allowing them to get inside the paint, because he either has York Benjamin down there along with Lil Linhart, or Linhart and Roderick Smith, or just Roderick Smith and York Benjamin. We haven't seen York Benjamin and Roderick Smith as much, but we have seen that. Another person that Coach Cole has liked to put down inside the paint with Linhart has been Eggleston. Eggleston's done very well. Yeah, he has 2 fouls, and they're both blocking fouls, but he's been able to help generate a lot of turnovers and stuff down inside the paint.
Well, Eggleston is just a very productive player. He's a player that can come out and really just do his job, and that's what Coach Cole loves about Braden Eggleston, is that he comes out and just does what he needs to do and really buys into what Coach Cole has for him. And so we are getting ready to take the floor to get the second half of basketball started.
And it looks like Coach Cole is going to start the second half with his original starters, including Jordan Box, who's been their player of the game so far, having 22 points for OC with a steal and perfect from the free throw line. He's just been a great shooter all around.
He really has, as we're getting this game underway yet again. And here we go. John Darius Warren getting things going for the Lions. A different lineup than the starting lineup in for the Lions. Here's Crawford. Good defense by Benjamin. Bowie drives, blocked by Linhard. Now here come the Eagles yet again. Good push up there from Carey to Blackwell, and we are going to have a foul.
It's going to be a goaltend. Saying count the
that
bucket.
Will be
the ball
a
was
goaltend, and so
the ball was coming down towards the cylinder there, and he just hit it right as the ball touched the rim.
So here's Crawford. Drives. Gets it out to Bowie. Bowie down low to Morgan. Good defense by Linhard, but Morgan gets the shot to go. Not much you can do about that. Stellar defense there from Linhard, keeping his hands straight up. So now here's Brian Carey. Eagles lead 51-32.
Get up, Mark! Get up, Mark!
And here's Box.
Good.
Now Benjamin. Linhard down by the block, backing down Morgan. Steps back left-handed, and the finish from Will Linhard. It's now 53-32. Here comes John Darius Warren and the Lions up to Bowie and Crawford. Eagles stifling defense here, not allowing anything inside. And now here's David Akizi, but that is going to be 3 seconds offensively. So with a 21-point lead, the Eagles will get the ball back. And Brian Carey will set things up. Here's Carey. Up to Box. Box drives, gets it to Benjamin. Here's Benjamin, and that's going to be a foul before the travel. That foul is on David Akizi, and the Lions bench does not like that, as York Benjamin did travel, however, it was a foul directly before. So here's Benjamin backing down Akizi, and another foul on Akizi. So that is 3 personal fouls on Akizi. He picked up 2 in a row, and so now Braden Boyer will come into this game. Benjamin up to Carey. And then Box. Benjamin now backing down Boyer, spins and scores. Third time is the charm for York Benjamin. Good post move. Crawford, three-pointer, got it. Nice three-pointer there for Crawford when the Lions kind of needed it the most.
If you notice there, Carey's not the one guarding Crawford at the moment, and that's what made Crawford be able to get that just enough space to get that nice jumper out. As Jordan Box steps out of bounds.
So here's John Darius 1. Up to Crawford, guarded by Blackwell. Out to Boyer. Crawford again. Driving right-handed finish for Crawford is good. Solid move there from Chris Crawford. He is now up to 18 points. So now Blackwell. So here's Carey driving. Dumps it to Benjamin. Up to Blackwell. Three-pointer is no good. But 3 seconds in the key yet again.
It looks like that was going to be against York Benjamin, even though it will not go against him as a personal foul, but he was the one who was in the paint for longer than 3 seconds.
So that will go as a turnover. And here comes the Lions. Here's Crawford, bad pass. Carey picked it up. Carey gives it up to Johnson. Johnson wanted to shoot that. You know what he can do from beyond the arc, but Jordan Box will shoot it instead, and he will drain it. So stepping back is Bowie.
As it looked like Coach Cole wasn't very happy about that. I thought Will Linhart's arm was hit as he came down with the rebound and made it go out of bounds. And staying last touch by Will Linhart. But first, we have a media timeout, so we will step away and be back right after this.
Welcome back here to the Nest. The story for today, other than the awesome display of basketball that the Eagles are putting on, Will Linhart is now the leading rebounder. He just set the single season record for rebounds in the Heartland Conference. And the season is not even at the last game yet, as there's still one game remaining and then the postseason. So Will Linhart, congratulations to him. He has had an awesome career here at Oklahoma Christian. He is a senior, so this is his last season. But since the Heartland Conference is going away, he will hold that record forever.
And the thing is he can kill that record as much as he wants because he's got one more game and then he's got the Heartland Conference tournament. So he could have possibly up to 5 more games. And if he averages about 10 rebounds per game, he can absolutely crush that single season record.
He could definitely shatter that record as he has 13 so far tonight and 6 points. So 4 points away from the double-double. So Brian Carey guarded by Crawford. Drives and spins. Gives it up to Smith. Smith driving into Linhard and the slam for Will Linhard.
That was a beautiful feed by Roderick Smith, drawing the attention, leaving Linhard wide open.
As Linhard loves those one-handed post tomahawks. Seems to be his signature move. Brian Carey dribbles into Matt Morgan and draws the foul, so that'll be 2 fouls on Matt Morgan. Eagles lead by 18. And Brian Carey. Brian Carey guarded by Williams. Gives it up to Linhard. And now Walter, a three-pointer, offensive rebound from Roderick Smith following the miss. Now here's Brian Carey. He could have taken that shot, but he's going to slow things down just a little bit more and look for the best shot possible.
Nice job right there by Roderick Smith, but not lean forward and generate any contact against his defender.
So here's Box. Driving, loses it. Morgan ends up with it. Now here comes Chris Crawford. Up to Bowie.
Nice transition defense for OC there.
Now Crawford, good defense there from Brian Carey. Carey got away with a travel there as he slid across the floor. But here comes Roderick Smith. He holds on to the ball. Gives it up to Brian Carey. Carey dribbling this out a little bit. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Three-pointer is good as Braden Boyer gave him a little too much room. Brian Carey said, "Don't disrespect me like that," and he showed him what happens when you take a couple steps back.
Well, at the moment, Carey's perfect from behind the arc.
As he is taking smart shots. And now, David Ward will check into this game along with Seth Hawley. So Smith, Roderick Smith almost had a really nice dunk there. You know what he can do when he gets on that fast break, but I got his legs taken out from under him.
With as many times as Roderick Smith dunked on that rim, I'm surprised that rim has not gone down and shattered the backboard like Shaquille O'Neal did way back in the day with the Orlando Magic.
Yeah, I'm surprised as well, as he has just honestly put on a dunk show this year. And here's David Ward, three-pointer. No good. He hasn't played much this game. Pretty cold. Into Brian Carey, up to Walter. Walter is rejected by Crawford, and Roderick Smith was waiting on the other end, and he wanted to slam that one home. And that will bring us to a media timeout. Eagles lead 65-42. We'll be right back after this break.
I understand. I know it's not your typical resume.
Okay, well...
But... candidate. But I've been working double shifts just to pay for books. I've been raising my 2 little brothers. I'm determined, driven, motivated. Isn't that what you're looking for?
Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent at gradsoflife.org.
Kevin Kotzer of St. Mary's. I'll write that down for you. 2012 third.
Welcome back. And at the moment, we are getting the name of the person that Will Linhart broke the record from and how many rebounds he has in total at this moment. And so far, it's just been a great game all around for Oklahoma Christian.
As we talked about how Will Linhart set that record for single-season Heartland rebounds that previously belonged to Kevin Kotzer of St. Mary's, which is down in San Antonio, as he had 327 in 2012-2013 season. Will Linhart currently, as of now, is sitting at 331 rebounds. Second free throw is good from DJ Walter. 67-42 in favor of the Eagles. And the Eagles have dominated from start to finish. And frankly, I cannot say that the Lions have really even played well this game.
Well, it's all come down to Coach Cole's defense that he has set up. That 2-3 defense. He knows that Fort Smith has a lot of good shooters on their team, but he's going to make them those shooters earn it. And it's honestly probably getting to Fort Smith's players' heads because they say, I have all this room, and they're overthinking their shot.
Yeah, they have not really been able to hit here. As Brian Carey drives, but he's fouled there by Seth Hawley. That'll be 2 personal on Seth Hawley, and Braden Eggleston will check into this game, and Will Linhart will come on out. So here's Brian Carey. Takes the screen from Eggleston. Up to Smith. Smith steps back, left-handed, and the finish from Roderick Smith.
Kind of looked like Roderick Smith got away with a little bit of a travel there.
A little bit, but fortunately, there was no call. David Ward will drive, and that'll be a foul on the floor. So the score is 42-69 as the Eagles have just absolutely dominated. So inbounding for Arkansas Fort Smith is John Darius Warren, and he will find Matisse Simmons into Matt Morgan. Morgan, uncharacteristic of him to miss that shot. And Roderick Smith will bring the ball up in absence of Jordan Box, who is being denied the ball there by John Darius Warren. So here's Walter. Drives, another foul. DJ Walter will go to the free throw line yet again with his team up now by 27.
It was a nice move by Walters to try to generate some space and find that lane to try to get to the basket.
And this will now bring us to another media timeout, so we'll be right back after this break. Eagles knocking on the door of a 30-point lead.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Welcome back. Eagles lead 69 to 42. 11:45 remaining in this game. And the Eagles are just absolutely dominated from start to finish.
Yeah, they've just found ways to move the basketball around, generate some good plays, give some nice give and goes, and just set some great screens that's giving them wide open looks. Even some contested looks that they probably shouldn't have put up, but with the hot hand that they've been having, and it's not just one player, it's honestly every single player. You got Will Linhard down on the glass doing very well, getting all the rebounds, breaking records down there. Then you have Carey, who's doing very well from behind the arc. Jordan Box doing very well as well behind the arc. And then every once in a while you'll have couple of other people like Blackwell and Eggleston who put up some nice threes and get on the board.
As it certainly has been an efficient night for the Eagles all around with really all of their role players. Here's Bowie. Bowie drives. Fadeaway is off the mark. Rebound goes to Braden Eggleston, and now here comes Jordan Box. Takes the screen up to Eggleston. Swings it across. Here's Smith. Smith drives, misses. And that was off of DJ Walter, and the Lions will take the ball back. Here's Bowie up to Williams. Into Sivins, download to Morgan, and that is good for Matt Morgan. And just an absolute blowout is this game, and it can certainly be attributed to the stellar play from the Eagles and just a very poor play from the Lions. An uncharacteristic night for University of Arkansas Fort Smith. And if they're going to get back into this game, it really will take a miracle, as there are 10 minutes remaining and the Eagles lead by close to 30. Smith spins, puts one up, no good. Rebound to Sivins. And here's Tyler Williams. Up to Bowie. Bowie drives, went for the slam, but lost the ball, and he was fouled. And just a lot of unnecessary fouls now for both teams in this game.
Oklahoma Christian starting to get a little too comfortable now. They've had a lot of possessions lately. They're driving down in the paint, which is good that they're driving down inside the paint, but they're just forcing up way too many shots on the glass that they shouldn't be putting up.
And the second free throw from Mark Bowie was no good. Up to Johnson, that is stolen away. That is John Darius Warren. Up to Bowie again. Bowie misses that one. Warren with the rebound. Up to Sivins, three-pointer. Sivins got it, and it is now 21-point lead for the Eagles. And that miracle we were talking about may come into fruition here if the Eagles don't get things started. And that will be another turnover there on the Eagles. And we're going to have a mass substitution. Get a little more energy going.
Yeah, Coach Cole's seeing that lead is starting to dwindle down a little bit as the players on the bench are getting a little too comfortable, so he decides to send out his starters yet again.
So Warren drives, Another foul. To Crawford. And now Warren again. To Kesey. Kesey backs down Benjamin. And a blocking foul there on York Benjamin. And that is 3 personal fouls on York Benjamin now. So Coach Cole will keep Benjamin in the game. Warren inbounding. Finds Simmons, no, stolen away by Linhard. Now here comes Carey. Carey driving, puts it up, no good to Linhard. Linhard misses, and Simmons gets the rebound, and the Eagles need to score at some point here soon.
Yeah, they do need to stop this run, as it was almost a 30-point game. Now it is only a 21-point game.
And another foul now, and that'll be a shooting foul. It's on Connor Johnson.
There's another
free throw is no good.
And that say free throw is no good. That's just another one that's no good. They are shooting fairly decent, but they've been to the line for twice in this since the last timeout. They've missed every single shot since the last timeout.
And UAFS will come on their half-court trap. Give it up to York Benjamin. Brian Carey ends up with it. He splits the double into Jordan Box. Nice layup from Jordan Box, but York Benjamin slams it home on the putback. What an athletic finish there from York Benjamin. And then we're going to have another foul call. That's going to be on Will Linhard.
That was a good foul. Linhard thought he got all ball, but he ended up hitting the bottom part of Exey's wrist.
As Linhard did not agree with that call. Now remember, the hand is part of the ball. However, the wrist is not. Second free throw is good for McKeesey. And Lions back into their press. And Box and Carey break that pretty nicely.
Looks like they were playing a little bit of hot potato out there.
Carey takes the screen from Benjamin, stays back a little bit, now drives, puts one up, no good. Another putback slam from York Benjamin.
That was identical to the previous one. Right before that.
And just useless fouls there. Those are not smart at all, and that's really, if the Lions were going to crawl back into this game, it would be through those fouls. As that will be 4 fouls on Will Linhard. And so that'll bring us to immediate timeout. Eagles lead 73-50. We'll be right back.
Get it.
Get it. Get it.
Give your town a reason to celebrate, because every Goodwill item you bring home brings job training and more to your community. Goodwill, bring good home.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
Chris Crawford shooting free throws, and the first free throw is good. Eagles lead by 22.
I know just before the break, Will, you ended up saying that there's a lot of these fouls that are costly for OC. And I will admit some of these fouls do not need to happen, but the thing is with these fouls that is making them go to the free throw line, it's honestly helping OC a little bit, because besides Crawford getting 2 free throws on that last free throw attempt, or those last attempts, most of the time OC's made, or not OC, Forrest Smith made 1 of the 2 shots.
They've not been shooting very well from free throw. They're 14 of 22, just 63%. And that's part of the biggest reason that the Eagles are winning by so much, is Benjamin gets it down low and scores again. He has scored 3 straight possessions now for the Eagles. So Williams driving. Benjamin almost got a block there. Kesey got the rebound and the finish. Eggleston tried to get it into Carey. That is knocked out of bounds. A lot of people will blame Eggleston for that one, but that honestly goes to the guards, as there's not a lot of movement there. And the last place you want to catch that ball too is the corner. That's what's called the dead corner for a reason. And Jordan Box is going to get called with the travel. He took a step right after he got the ball, before he started dribbling.
And Jordan Box did not like that call. It honestly did not look like he traveled on that possession right there.
It was definitely a close decision for the referee. And Morgan goes up for the poster dunk, but not before he is rejected by Roderick Smith. So Blackwell in the game now, giving DJ Walter a break inside to Tyler Williams, and Williams with the finish. 19-point lead for the Eagles. They get it up to Jordan Box. Here's Box into Benjamin. Benjamin went up for the slam. Couldn't get it, but a nice job of finishing that, regardless of not being able to throw it down. Then they try to get it to Morgan, but they do end up saving it. Warren in low to Morgan, and now Morgan finally gets the dunk that he's been looking for the past 3 or 4 possessions. That one's knocked away, stolen by Hawley, and then stolen by Roderick Smith. So here comes Smith. He got tripped, doesn't get the foul call that he wanted.
Roderick Smith holding his
Williams
wrist.
drives.
Roderick Smith holding his wrist. And that looks like it's a shooting hand too.
So now Tyler Williams will shoot 2 free throws after the foul on Marcus Blackwell. First free throw is good from Tyler Williams. second free throw is good as well. To Roderick Smith. To carry. York Benjamin catches that one. Blackwell across to Box. Box, much needed three for the Eagles. No good. Rebound goes to Tyler Williams. And now here's Williams. As Williams and Benjamin shared a little laugh there on the way back. And John Darius Warren lost that ball, and it's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow is going toward the Eagles, so it'll be Eagles basketball. York Benjamin will go to the bench after some awesome minutes there for the Eagles, along with Brian Carey.
Roderick Smith still favoring that right wrist.
He's going to try to inbound it somewhere. There's going to be a foul prior to the inbound. That is going to be on Seth Hawley, and both teams are in the bonus, so it'll be all free throws from now on, every single foul. First free throw is good from Jordan Box on the front end of the 1-and-1. Two for two for Jordan Box. 79-60 is the lead for OC. And another foul call.
That one is going to be on Marcus Blackwell, and that's his fourth foul. And he just checked back into the ballgame for OC.
Front end of the free throws is good. Second one is no good. A rebound goes to Roderick Smith. Gives it up to Linhard. Into Box. Box drives, rejected there by Matt Morgan.
I like the idea of trying to get the 2 points to try to increase their lead. But if I was Coach Cole, there's about to be 5 minutes left here in this ball game. I would stop forcing shots and just let that hold the ball and try to let that clock tick down.
Yeah, that would seem to be the right move for the Eagles, as that shot from Crawford doesn't hit anything, but the Lions will get it right back.
Because it was almost a 30-point lead, and now OC is only up by 18.
So Hawley drives and gets it in to Morgan, but that'll be knocked away. Lion basketball yet again. But a timeout from Coach Cole, and we'll stay right here. So the Eagles lead by 18. And it seems like this last minute of play has taken about 20 minutes real time because of just constant fouls by both teams that are really unnecessary. I understand you're trying to get back into the game, but
the only thing right now that could be huge for Oklahoma Christian that would not help them in their favor would be if Linhard and Aubrey Johnson and Marcus Blackwell, they all have 4 fouls. And with these unnecessary fouls, if they are the ones who gets the call, that could possibly be 3 players for OC that will be out of the game for the rest.
So here come the Eagles. And they're kind of doing exactly what the Lions want them to do. They're getting in a frenzy with this full court press that the Lions are putting on them, just constant pressure.
I like this right here by Oklahoma Christian. Try to waste as much time as possible.
So here's Williams. That ball is knocked out of bounds by Jordan Box. 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here in the game. Still an 18-point lead. Into Williams, step back three, and that is good. Coming out step back and fade away. Jordan Box up to Smith. Eagles still trying to break this press, and they do as they get it up to Johnson. And now Box, now Carey. Just under 4 minutes. Next stoppage of play will be our final media timeout. Up by 16 are the Eagles. Carey drives, good finish there from Brian Carey, and the Eagles need a lot more of that, of just holding the ball and scoring at the end of the shot clock. That is an ideal possession for the Eagles. Jordan Box got pushed. I don't know how that's not a foul. Into Crawford. Crawford loses it. And the Lions got a timeout. It's an odd series of possessions, but that'll be a media timeout. So the Eagles leading here 81-65, 3:24 remaining. We'll be right back.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
Welcome back. Eagles lead 81-65. They're trying to hold on to this lead as Arkansas Fort Smith is doing everything in their power to crawl back into this one.
Yeah, Oklahoma Christian has done very well the last couple of possessions, trying to waste as much time as possible. And Carey, a couple possessions ago, did great for OC, getting some points on the board to stop Arkansas Fort Smith's run.
As Arkansas Fort Smith has come out and just played really well inside. They've kind of understood that they're not hitting very many shots from beyond the arc. So they're using Matt Morgan a lot and Mark Bowie to come out and pound the ball inside. So they did call a timeout, so they will inbound from under their own basket. It's Chris Crawford inbounding. Here's Williams, up to Bowie. Bowie steps back. The jumper is good from Bowie. 3:10 remaining.
Not much you could do there for Roderick Smith. He played great defense, had a hand in his face, and he still was able to get the shot to fall.
And now here's Carey. We have reached under the 3-minute mark.
Only problem is that close to 30-point lead is now down to 14.
Carey, the steal there from Bowie into Williams. Hawley, three-pointer off the mark. Brian Carey with the rebound. Here's Johnson. 2.5 minutes remaining. That ball is poked out of bounds. It'll remain Eagle basketball. So the Lions looking to add some pressure here. Just under 2.5 minutes remaining. Carey had that ball poked away again. Up to Johnson. Three-pointer for Aubrey Johnson. No good. Rebound from Tyler Williams. Williams the shot. Off the mark. Rebound goes to Will Linhard. Linhard now up to 17 rebounds. Under 2 minutes in this game. Carey drives. Can't get that one to go. And that'll remain with the Eagles. So Linhard has it. He drives into Smith, and the slam for Roderick Smith. Crawford now pulls up. Rebound goes to Linhard. Just under a minute and a half to play. And another steal. Morgan ends up with it into Hawley. Hawley drives. Good move there from Seth Hawley on the layup. Gives it up to Carey. Carey had a wide open box but did not see him. Box will sit and be smart. We are reaching the 1 minute mark, and this one will not end up in favor of the Lions, no matter how hard they have fought back in the last couple of minutes. They'll continue to fight, but the result will be the same. Eagles are going to come out of here with a big conference win, one that they really wanted, as last time they came and played the Lions to Fort Smith. They played what was probably their worst game of the season.
Well, I know you said this was a big game for the conference for Oklahoma Christian, but the reason why this game's so big is with this win, Oklahoma Christian has clinched the 6th seed no matter what in the conference tournament.
So regardless of what happens against Rogers State, the Eagles will at least have a 6th seed at worst.
Yes.
So all the Eagles can do at this point is help themselves. 44 seconds left. Here's Cameron Evans. Checking into this game for the first time, the newcomer. Grew up here in Edmond, went to Edmond Memorial High School. And that is going to be a jump ball. Lions will take possession. So into the game is Cameron Evans, Travis Glover, Robert Gregg III, Harrison Martin, and James Bagwell, as David Akizi gets the and one bucket to go. So you think that after this bucket that the Eagles are just going to hold this one and let it run out. So 15 seconds. Evans inbounding. Gets it to Glover. Up to Bagwell. Back to Glover. The shot from Glover. And that is good. The three-pointer. And that is going to do it. And Darius Warren gets it up to Holly. Holly, final heave. No good. And that will do it. The Eagles will come out of here with a big conference win.
Yes, a huge one. And Oklahoma Christian coming away with a 15-point win over the University of Arkansas Fort Smith. We will be back with the post-game and highlights and interviews right after this.
understand. I know it's not your typical resume.
Okay, well...
But... candidate. But I've been working double shifts just to pay for books. I've been raising my 2 little brothers. I'm determined, driven, motivated. Isn't that what you're looking for?
Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent at gradsoflife.org.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Get it.
Get it. Get it.
Give your town a reason to celebrate. Because every Goodwill item you bring home brings job training and more to your community. Goodwill. Bring good home.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
Is Zachary Payne. Alongside me is one of our players of the games, Jordan Box. Jordan, congratulations on a great game. I know I asked you for a promise today, and you kind of fulfilled that promise. Yep. I wanted to see you go off today, and sure enough, you did, scoring 25 points. What was your mindset going into this game?
Man, my mindset was I played terrible last game, and that was my mindset. I couldn't come out here and do another terrible game like that, and I just had to come out here and play my all in my last 2 games in this gym, man. I'm going to give it my all.
Yeah, I feel you there about the whole mama thing. Got to listen to your mama. They know what's best, and sure enough, you fulfilled that promise to your mom as well. Overall, your team play was great. you guys knew how to find each other wide open, and overall, your defense was very well. You guys generated 15 turnovers here tonight. What was your guys' set for defense?
Our mindset was just, we came in the game, we wanted to share the ball, and we wanted to play lockdown defense. Shots might fall, they might not fall, but, you got to just play defense, because defense wins games, defense wins championships.
You guys played very well rebounding-wise. Obviously, Will doing a great job tonight, breaking the record for the Heartland Conference in the single season. Congratulations to you, Will. What was your guys' overall mentality against Fort Smith here tonight?
We knew that, to crash the boards, they got some athletes that crash the boards hard, and we knew that if we could just block out first, and we'll be able to crash the boards hard. And, Will's a great rebounder. He's the best rebounder in the country, and he showed that tonight.
Is there anything else you'd like to say to everyone who's watching?
Man, thank God for a great performance, and we're going to keep it rolling. Stay watching.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with an interview with Brian Carey. We'll be right back.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes, and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
Good evening and welcome back to The Nest. I'm Will Hadley alongside of another one of our players of the game, Brian Carey. Now, Brian, you and Jordan Box both came out and really just played together and kind of controlled the game together. Unlike anything we've seen from two specific players in a game this season, so it only felt right to have both of you up here for an interview. Is this something that we can really expect from now on in the season, between the chemistry really between you two that showed tonight?
Yeah, JB's my boy. Off the court, that's my boy. On the court, he's my boy. He's such a good shooter, such a good player. It's not easy. It's not hard to get JB going. As long as I give him the ball, I can know he's gonna make the shot. So I love playing with JB. One of my favorite people to play with that I've ever played with.
And tonight, they were giving you a little bit too much space from beyond the arc, and when they did, you pulled it. You went 3 of 4. Shooting, you haven't really been taking a lot of shots this year. You've kind of been more distributing. Have you kind of been working on shooting more? Is it more confidence, or did they just kind of give it to you more tonight?
I just try to make the right read, and I kept seeing them back up, and I can shoot the ball. I've always been able to shoot the ball. So when I saw him back up, I just felt kind of disrespected, so I just knocked it down.
So we have one more game against Rogers State, and then the Heartland Conference Tournament. What do we have to expect looking forward to the Heartland Conference Tournament?
Well, before we get to the tournament, we owe Rogers one. They came down, they beat us, so now they got to come see us at our place. So we owe them one, and then going into the tournament, the way we're playing right now, we just keep building one game at a time. We take it one game at a time, day by day, and we're going to make our run in the tournament too.
Well, congratulations on the win and an awesome performance from you and Jordan as well. I'm Will Hadley alongside Brian Carey. When we come back after this break, we will have one more interview, so stay tuned.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
Get it.
Get it. Get it.
Give your town a reason to celebrate, because every Goodwill item you bring home brings job training and more to your community. Goodwill, bring good home.
Back to the Eagles Nest. I'm Zachary Payne. Alongside me is another standout player for Oklahoma Christian, and that is number 34, York Benjamin. York, congratulations on a great game here tonight. You did very well overall, and you were perfect from the field with a lot of two-handed slams. That was pretty impressive, especially two of them back-to-back, same identical plays. What was your mindset going into this game?
Doing anything that I had to do for my team, just sacrificing, just putting my body on the line, anything for the team that I had to do.
I know Coach put you in the starting lineup over Roderick Smith. Is there a reason he did that? Is there a mix match?
It's actually no particular reason at all. He just does that just to do it, just to mix people up, create matchups on the court. I mean, everybody's really versatile. The bigs are really versatile in this game, so that's what he does.
So the last time you guys played the University of Arkansas Fort Smith, didn't go so well in your guys' favor. You guys had a lot of struggles as a team and just in general. Was this game important to you guys?
Yes, sir. It was really just another rematch, another payback. So I know they were going to come out fighting. We all knew they would come out fighting, which they did. And, just the better man won this time, and they actually played a good game this game.
Is there anything else you'd like to say to the audience before we go?
No, sir.
Well, congratulations again on another great game from you, York Benjamin. That is all we have here at the Eagles Nest. And for all of those watching, thank you and have a good night.